What if I told you that the machine you use every day, the machine that defines modern life, was once laughed at, mocked, and called impossible? Before roaring engines, before highways, before supercars and self-driving vehicles, humans depended on horses. And then, one invention changed the world forever. This is the dramatic story of the first car and the evolution of automobiles. For thousands of years, transportation meant muscle power. Horses, camels, bullocks. If you wanted to travel, you depended on animals or your own feet. Journeys took days, sometimes months. Cities were isolated. The world felt huge. People dreamed of a machine that could move on its own. But dreams are not enough. In 1769, a French inventor named Nicolas Joseph Cugnot created something shocking. A vehicle that moved without animals. It was powered by steam. This giant metal monster was slow, heavy, and dangerous. It moved at walking speed and often broke down. In fact, it became the first vehicle in history to crash. Cugnot's Fardier à vapeur used a high-pressure steam engine, a revolutionary concept for its time. The engine's two pistons drove the single front wheel through a ratchet mechanism. However, the boiler's performance was poor, and it needed to be relit every 15 minutes, a major design flaw. The world said, "Machines will never replace horses." They were wrong. Fast forward to Germany, 1885. A struggling engineer named Karl Benz was obsessed with one idea: a vehicle powered by an engine small, efficient, and practical. People laughed at him. Investors rejected him. He almost went bankrupt. But Benz didn't stop. In 1886, he unveiled a machine that would change history: the Benz patent motor wagon. The Benz patent motor wagon was a marvel of engineering. Its 0.75 horsepower, single-cylinder, four-stroke engine was the first of its kind. It featured a differential gear, water cooling, and an automatic intake slide. These innovations laid the foundation for all future internal combustion engines. This was the world's first practical automobile. It had a petrol-powered internal combustion engine, 3 wheels, a top speed of 16 kilometers per hour. Not impressive today, but revolutionary then. This moment is why 1886 is called the birth year of the modern car. Karl Benz became known as the father of the automobile. But the real hero? His wife. Without telling her husband, Bertha Benz took the motor wagon on the first long-distance car journey in history. She fixed breakdowns herself, invented the first brake lining, bought fuel from pharmacies. She proved the car was not a toy, but the future. History was officially in motion. The moving assembly line was Ford's true genius. It reduced the time to build a car from over 12 hours to just 2.5 hours. This efficiency gain made the Model T affordable for the masses, with the price dropping from $825 in 1908 to $260 in 1925. Cars were still expensive, only for the rich. Until 1908, an American man named Henry Ford changed everything. He introduced the Model T and, more importantly, the assembly line. Cars were built faster, cheaper, better. For the first time, ordinary people owned cars. The automobile revolution had begun. The quest for safety has been a constant in automotive history. From the introduction of laminated safety glass in the 1920s to the development of anti-lock brakes, ABS, in the 1970s, every decade has brought new innovations to protect drivers and passengers. Cities expanded, highways were built, jobs were created. Cars didn't just move people, they moved economies. By the mid-1900s, car designs improved, speeds increased, comfort became a priority. Cars became symbols of freedom, power, status. The world also learned a harsh truth: speed comes with danger. So the industry evolved: seat belts, airbags, stronger bodies, better brakes. Cars became safer, faster, and smarter. Technology entered the driver's seat. The future is connected. Vehicle to everything, V2X. Communication will allow cars to talk to each other and to the infrastructure around them, creating a safer and more efficient transportation network. And with advancements in battery technology, the range and performance of electric vehicles will only continue to improve. By the late 20th century, cars became computers on wheels. Features like GPS navigation, automatic transmission, engine control units, touchscreens. Driving was no longer mechanical, it was digital. But the biggest change was still coming. Today, cars are evolving again. Electric vehicles, zero emissions, artificial intelligence. Cars can now drive themselves, park themselves, think for themselves. From steam to petrol to electricity, the automobile continues to redefine the future. From a shaky, three-wheeled machine to intelligent electric vehicles, the car is not just a machine. It is human ambition on wheels. And this journey is far from over.